Galvin Winters pulled alongside the curb and put her ancient but extremely reliable four-door Camry into park. She allowed the car to idle while she took in the surroundings. For years, she'd listened to her father, Martin, tell stories about the few spring and summer vacations he spent in Seaport with his college buddy, Jack Carter. Having lived on the West Coast her entire life, she never had a chance or reason to visit. Until now. The sound of horns and motors caught her attention. She looked across the cobblestone road and waited for a group of walkers to pass by. A smile formed as Galvin took in the scenery before her. Boats of all sizes lined the wooden docks, or were they piers, and swayed slightly from the ebb and flow of the water. Out farther, there were yachts anchored in the middle of nothing, swaying briskly when other boats motored by. She'd never been on a boat and figured she would need to rectify this soon if she was going to live by the water. Glancing at the building she parked next to, she sighed as she looked at Carter's diner. People crammed into the booths, stood in line by the door, and swiveled back and forth on their stool at the counter. Galvin had looked the diner up online to get a feel for where she'd be working. She'd been skeptical when she saw #1 diner in all of New England in bold across their website. But, by the look of things, they weren't wrong. The key to her future was inside those walls, with the people gathered in there. She needed money for law school to offset the measly loan the school and financial aid department had given her. Ever since she watched shows like Perry Mason and Matlock with her grandma, Galvin had wanted to be a lawyer, and she would work her fingers to the bone to become one. When she heard how much money could be made from waiting tables, she scoured the internet for the right location. Places like Vail and Cape Cod seemed like the obvious choices, but those were seasonal. She wanted something year-round. No, she needed something year-round. A place where she could come back to on the weekends or some nights while in school. Carter's was it, according to her father. He also told her they had very little turnover, so the fact they offered her a job was bigger than big. Galvin pulled her visor down and checked her makeup. She ran her fingers under her eyes to clear away any smudges from her liner and reapplied her red lipstick.